So I was tagged by my guy Ogun over at Quality Fragrances to bring you my 10 favorite white t-shirt fragrances. So the way he described it is fragrances that just freshen you up, cool you down, super refreshing, citrus, fresh green, stuff like that. Fragrances that evoke wearing a white tee because it's just that hot outside or wherever you're at that you need the heat reflecting powers of a white t-shirt. So I've got my 10. Stay tuned. Ironically, some of these feature some white predominantly on the bottles, starting with Givenchy Gentleman Cologne, for example. There's a few of them in here that feature white pretty heavily, and they fit the theme, really. Citrus, green, crisp, and fresh. Great, 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 great on a super hot day. Scream summer. Obviously, this is going to be geared towards the summer because you're wearing bright colors, white tees, stuff like that when it's super hot outside for its reflecting heat properties. And this will definitely cool you down on one of those days when it's just super hot. You constantly, for my case anyway, pulling your hat off and wiping all that sweat off your head. A fragrance like this will definitely do the trick to cool you down and do its part. It's fresh, it's invigorating, and extremely refreshing. There's a lovely slight floral aspect to it, but it's mostly crisp and green with that, like I said, that touch of citrus. Super mega fresh. Actually a decent performer for as fresh as it is, and it just screams white tea. I mean, hell, ironically enough, it's got a white label and a white cap. Fits the theme because it goes great with a white t-shirt on a super hot summer's day. That's Givenchy Gentleman Cologne. So I just featured this one in my summer niche list, and this has to be in this video because it has such a strong icy, minty, cooling effect on my skin that if you want a fragrance to cool you down on a hot day, AQUA de Parma Colonia Club will absolutely do that. At least in my experience, the way the mint reacts to my skin, this stuff is icy refreshing, and it smells great. Super green, minty, and like I said, ice. It's like putting ice on your skin. The peppermint note in here is so strong and refreshing. You need something to cool you down on a hot summer's day. Throw in your white tea, spray a couple shots of this around your neck and on your chest, and it will do the job. It's like having a ice cold rag around your neck type of deal. Ice cold towel on a super hot day doing some yard work or just an outdoor adventure, outdoor event that you're going to of any kind where you're just in the sun all day, you're sweating, it's hot as hell. You need a fragrance like Colonia Club to cool you down. It actually can physically cool you down, believe it or not. It's not just a refreshing type of thing. I can't stress enough because it's the weirdest thing in the world to me, because I have a lot of fragrances that feature a natural mint leaf, a spearmint oil, a synthetic mint. None of them have the ability to physically cool my skin down the way Colonia Club does. Bright, aromatic, super mega citrus, Prada Luna Rossa, Eau Sport. The Eau Sport flanker does not get a lot of love, and it's lovely. Soapy lavender and a heavy citron note. And I mean mega citron note, super citrus, very invigorating, uplifting type of scent. Definitely the kind of profile that will cool you down on a super hot day. Pairs very well, I mean, ironically, white bottom again, pairs very well with the white tea, not just for the color scheme, but for the refreshing properties of the fragrance. It's light, it's airy, super refreshing. Citrus dominated fragrances really fit this video topic well, and this is dominated heavily by a citron note, which is basically just a sharp lemon, ideally. And you pair it with that clean, aromatic, soapy lavender. It makes for a fantastic and underrated designer fragrance that's perfect for cooling you down on a super hot day. Not the strongest performer. That's probably why it doesn't get a ton of love. But you can spray it heavy. It smells incredible. One of the probably best scent in the line, to be completely honest with you. It just works. Pairs great with a white tea this time of year. Prada Luna Rossa Eau Sport. Mega natural citrus and Earl Grey tea. that is the basics of what the note breakdown is for KIERIN NYC Sunday brunch. Perfect on a warm summer's day. All kinds of lemon and bergamot up top. Natural, sharp citrus. Believable, freshly squeezed citrus juice with this delightful, calming, and herbaceous tea note. Lovely with a white tea on a hot day. I'm telling you, this was built for the hot weather. This screams hot summer's day, especially a casual day, which is what a white tea type of situation is going to be. You're rocking a white tea casually. You're not usually going to the office or going to work with a white tea on most of the time. Not saying you can't. Everybody's situation is different, but it's going to be a casual setting. This is definitely a strong citrus dominated, refreshing, casual type of scent, but the quality's there because it's a niche fragrance from KIERIN NYC, affordable niche at that. I believe it's right around $80. We'll get you a 50 ml just like this. You're not going to break the bank. They perform, and like I said, it's believable, fresh squeezed bergamot and lemon here. Super natural, incredibly refreshing citrus. Perfect to pair with a white tea. Sunday brunch, KIERIN NYC. Out in the hot sun, why not grab light blue sun? Aquatic, citrus, watery, coconut. One of the few designer scents that I own, or that I've ever smelled with coconut, that I actually really like. Has that light blue DNA, that airy, aquatic, little smoky, salty type of scent with that added coconut. It's even lighter than the original, performs a little bit better, but a much more airy scent, very refreshing. It's built to be outdoors in the sun, perfect to pair with a white tea on a hot summer's day. Like I said, if you don't grab the yearly flanker all the time, I don't grab it every single year, but I do go after certain ones, and this one really struck my fancy when it came out. I believe it was summer 2018 was when this flanker came out. They're still readily available. They're one of the cheaper light blue flankers to get from discounters, and in my opinion, it's one of the best and most unique at the same time because it takes the light blue DNA and adds more beach elements to it than it already had with things like that coconut note, for example. It screams to be outdoors. It's built for super high heat. It's ready for your skin to heat up and be all sweaty. And pair it with white tea. I mean, it goes perfect with this video idea, and that is why it is the light blue of choice for this video. And that's Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Sun. Absinthe, fresh, citrus, airy. Can pull a compliment or two, but mostly I would consider this the most refreshing of the Coach line. Coach from in blue. Another one, not a superstar in performance, but man, it's definitely the freshest of the three. Very inviting, very light scent. That's the fragrances that are really going to shine with this video topic for this situation. Outdoors in the sun, white tea, sweating your ass off. Something airy and fresh. Light Coach Blue is going to do the trick every time. It's one that you can get for a decent price, sub $40 range, something in the 30s. For a 100 ml like this. This bottle came from Kingdom Fragrances, as a matter of fact. I'm not sure if they have them in stock currently, but if you liked Coach, but it was not really your cup of tea, maybe Platinum was a little too sweet for you, you want something fresher, this is definitely fresher. Pairs great with a white tea. Another one built for the sun. These light, airy scents are built to be out in the sun during the summer. That's when they're going to project the most. That's when they're really going to get all in your face and have the ability to really refresh you. When it's just steaming hot outside, Coach Blue can absolutely cool you down and be very enjoyable to wear in the heat. Not just fresh citrus, but minty notes have a cooling effect, as we discussed with AQUA de Parma Colonia Club earlier in the video. Another one that features something like that would be Chrome AQUA from AZZARO. Not as strong of a cooling property as the natural peppermint used in Colonia Club, but from a designer aspect, this is definitely fresh, refreshing, and has a cooling effect. Because of the mint that's used in this one, it has the watery, aquatic nature that the Aqua line's known, the Chrome line is known for. It has the citruses, it's light and airy, while still having enough depth and density to hang on for a few hours. Anywhere from 5 to 7 hours, more in that 6 to 7 hour range in longevity, even outside in the high heat with your white tee on, sweating your ass off. Something like this will do the trick. It will help cool you down because it has the right scent profile for it. You don't want something heavy in situations like this. You want something that's just gonna, like I said, cool you down, be refreshing, help make the heat a bit more bearable if you have to be outdoors. This has the right scent profile for it. Probably one of the best scent profiles in this video for that, because it's mint, it's fresh, it's citrus, it's aquatic. Kind of fits every characteristic of what would go well in this situation. That's AZZARO Chrome Aqua. You know, when you're outside doing some yard work, one of the best things you can take a break for is a nice ice cold glass of lemonade. Some of you know exactly where I'm going with this. I'm talking about DIOR Homme cologne, which is basically like spraying yourself down with an ice cold glass of lemonade. Very invigorating, mega fresh and enjoyable. While not being a dominant citrus fragrance, it smells like it is. With the grapefruit blossom in here, it smells like a grapefruit and lemon bomb. Mega citrus, super duper refreshing. One of the most refreshing fragrances in my collection, which is why it had to be the one to go in this video. While I do have several scents that smell similar to this one has the best quality on par with the scent profile that I needed to fit this video topic for this situation. This does the trick a little better than Mercedes-Benz cologne. It's easier to get a hold of. Definitely performs a little bit better and has a little bit more quality than Jimmy Choo Man Ice, and really does a better job at the video topic and the setting than Chanel Allure Homme Sport cologne. Just my opinion. It's one that used to get a lot of love, doesn't get a ton anymore. I know I still talk about it from time to time. It's one that I'm going to be pulling out a lot more this summer, especially in situations like this. When I know I'm going to be outdoors and it's super hot, even though it's not some beast in performance, it definitely has the ability to cool you down when you've been sweating all day long. You're out in the sun doing your thing. You need a fragrance that's going to fit that. DIOR Homme Cologne was built for that. I went back and forth on if I should include this video because it's one of the best at this, but it's featured so heavy, it's kind of cliche at this point to talk about. But Versace Man Eau Fraiche, I mean, not too many do it better, to be honest with you. You want something that's going to cool you down in the hot sun, a great white tea type of fragrance? Look no further. Easy to get a hold of, super easy to like, extremely easy to wear, fresh and invigorating. It's a citrus fresh bomb that's got a fresh spicy aspect to it as well, but much more on the fresh than the spicy. A little musky, very clean, very light and airy. It's enjoyable. It'll definitely cool you down on a warm summer's day. It's almost like pouring or jumping in a pool, if you will. When you're sweating your butt off outside, it's mega hot, the sun's beating down on you. Spraying yourself down with this is almost like jumping in a pool. It has that level of refreshing ability, if you will. Like I said, it's a little cliche to talk about, but I mean, how can you not include Versace Man Eau Fraiche in this video topic? I don't know if anything else in this video fits this topic better than Versace Man Eau Fraiche. Like I said, it's boring at this point because it's been talked about to death and so many people have it, but if you have it, you know it fits this topic perfectly, and you probably use it for this on a regular basis every summer when you're outside sweating your ass off, white tea type of situation. Spray yourself down with Versace Man Eau Fraiche. It'll definitely cool you down. Last but not least, this one really fits because I find it doesn't even really do anything until you're outside sweating your ass off. Polo Ultra Blue. I've recently talked about how this is one that needs the sun, needs the heat to even be worth wearing. In my opinion, that is. Indoors, I find it doesn't really do a whole lot on my skin. It's when I get outside, I get in the sun, I start sweating, it starts doing its thing. It starts projecting, the citron really comes out The mineral notes in this one kind of shine. It's got kind of a concrete type of smell, as strange as that may be. It adds a little bit of a metallic sharpness to it to go with the citron. It's aromatic while still a little aquatic and watery at the same time without any C notes in it. It's an odd composition. It doesn't get a ton of love, but it's one that if you're outside sweating your ass off, white tea type of situation where you need bright colors because you're in the sun in the middle of the damn summer, a fragrance like this is what you're going to need in your fragrance wardrobe if you like wearing fragrances in these situations anyways, because it's going to do the trick. This will cool you down. It is very refreshing, and like I said, it doesn't really, in my opinion and in my experience, it doesn't even do anything until you put it in that situation. This fragrance was built to be outside in the heat. Just is. Pairs perfect with a white tea. It's a white tea type of fragrance. I'm actually going to throw some shots on right now because I got to go outside after this video. I have some things to take care of outdoors, and it's going to be perfect for it. That's Polo Ultra Blue. Well, Ogun, thank you for the tag. This is the 10 that I came up with. Not a bunch of niche stuff like you had in your video. I'm more designer realm when it comes to summertime and super light and airy fresh fragrances. I'm more designer in the summertime. My niche stuff's more in the colder months. But I do have to tag some people. To be honest with you, I didn't have anybody in particular in mind to tag, so I'll make it an open tag. Anybody that has a channel that sees fit and wants to do this, you are tagged. By all means, jump into it. Great tag idea by Ogun. I don't do a whole lot of tags. I might do 1 or 2 a month here and there because I kind of like to just do my own thing for the most part. But when one really intrigues me, definitely opening to do it, and this one intrigued me. Thank you again for the tag, Ogun. Until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of these do you have already? I'm pretty confident a lot of you have Versace Mano Fresh, stuff like that. These definitely do the trick. They fit the video topic and the situation very, very well. And if you get your hands on any of these, if you work outdoors, you're doing yard work, I mean, you're a fragrance enthusiast if you're watching this video in the first place, so you're wearing a fragrance for just about everything. So those hot summer days when you're outdoors and you need something to cool you down, white tea kind of stuff, like the video title suggests, these will do the trick. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of these and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.